Hey guys, Leon here, and I just kind of wanted to do this tutorial on Plecos. So oftentimes I get these people who have algae-filled disgusting tanks. Like all the glass is just like lined with algae, and it's just like you can't even see anything, it's all green. And this is often because of the sunlight. But because people either like the place where they put the tank or it's the only place they can put it, they don't move it. So they need some other way to get rid of the algae. And most people take the route of buying either algae removers, like the chemical kind, which works, but for some sensitive fish, like German rams, they hate chemicals. So that doesn't work. But then others are like, this is a fish tank, why just not add more fish? So they buy either Autochinclius, Chinese algae eaters, just the regular algae eaters, or Plecos. Plecos are usually the most common for any tank above 20 gallons, only because they get big and can fit the tank. The Siamese algae eaters are more for the 10 gallons and the 20s because they get pretty big, but not that big. And they're also popular because not only do they eat algae, but they eat normal food. However, this can be kind of a bad thing because when they get older, they no longer eat algae. And then for those small little like fluval tanks or like the 2.5 gallons or the 5.5 gallons, Autocats are the best way, or Autochinclius. But back to the Plecos. Plecos are very easy to take care of fish, and they just eat algae like crazy. But oftentimes people misinterpret that, and they're like, there's so much algae in my tank, I better get like 2 or 3 of them. So they get 2 or 3, but then in a week there's no more algae left. And the algae can't grow back as fast as the Plecos eat it. So then they're thinking what to do. So at this point you're wondering, what am I gonna do? What's the plan here? Now most local fish stores will tell you that Plecos are omnivores, which is the truth. They eat both meat and plant diets. But often people go to PetSmart and Petco to buy their Plecos, and those places are just like, only herbivores, it's bad if they're eating meat, and they tell you all these lies. But Plecos indeed actually are omnivores. So if you see them, say a fish died in your tank and it's eating the fish, if you have any catfish and you're feeding it like the sinking catfish pellets, this stuff, don't worry about it. It's okay. Now, it's not okay for it to be constantly eating this stuff, though. Depending on the Pleco, too much meat can give it, like, problems and stuff like that, and can be bad. So, it's okay once in a while for them to be eating the sinking carnivore pellets or the flakes or whatever meat's in there. But you want veggies, because after all, Plecos are omnivores that lean toward the herbivore side. So, when feeding Plecos, it's always a good idea to have algae wafers. So, there's all different types. There's all different brands. This one's from Hikari. Let's see, where's the label? Hikari Tropical Algae Wafers. QRN LTD, you know? But if you're a fan, I personally like Hikari because I think the food is higher quality, but it's also more expensive. So if you're more of an economy kind of fish keeper and you don't have like that extra $3, then another alternative is Tetra Veggie, or Tetra Veggie Plus, or Tetra Veggie Extreme. Now, those are always good and stuff. But always natural foods are better to feed them than the processed pellets. So what you can do is you can take a piece of metal that is water safe I talked about this in my last video. It's like a strip of metal that's water safe and make it a plant weight. So I have a piece of zucchini here. It's a Pleco favorite. So if you look at how I did this, just kind of loop it right through the zucchini as close as you can to the bottom, because the Plecos do get scared of the metal. So, and then you just leave it there. So the most important thing here about this whole plant weight idea is that you need to make sure you take it out before 24 hours. Otherwise it starts to decompose, and then your water quality gets really bad. And then you'll have to do like 50% water changes like every day for a couple days, which is never good. So, this is a cost-effective way, but it's also a risky way, because if you don't remember, then what happens? You get a messed up tank. So usually what I like to do is, before I go to bed, I put the zucchini in there, and then right before I leave for school in the morning, I take whatever's left of it out. So I hope you found this video informative. I hope your Plecos do well. Get nice 2 feet long and everything. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.